You so much for coming to our pitch day. As you know, we go live any Tuesday from 5 to 6, 7 o'clock UK time. Really, thank you for coming to watch our great founders today. We have three great founders which I can't wait to introduce. And I would like to start with our first founder, which is Tamar Boazem, CEO and co-founder of eBazaar. Tamar, how's it going?
Hi, Max. Everything's great. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you so much for coming. So,
Thank you for
before
inviting me.
talking about eBazaar, we met, I think, last year in EU Summit, Startup Summit in Barcelona, which has been a while. And I know you're doing very well, so I'm very happy to see you again. And please, before starting pitching your startup, if you want to give an introduction to yourself.
Of course. So my name is Tamar. I have about 6 years of experience in marketplaces in Georgia, Tbilisi. I have led and launched from the scratch three different types of marketplaces. Last of one is the eBazaar. I have been through 500 Global Startup School, and about a month ago, I have been accepted from German Startup Academy EWAR, where I'm as well working on eBazaar project.
Great. So let's start talking about eBazaar.
Of course. So as I already told you, I'm Tamar. I'm representing Farmers Marketplace eBazaar, and the problem we are addressing is that current supply chain puts several intermediaries between farmers and their end consumers. That means the farmers are not market participants; they are always in a shadow, and the product is itself arriving end consumer cart gains margin 2 or 3 times. That means farmers receiving lesser payment for their products and customer is paying way more. To solve this problem, we created digital marketplace, eBazaar, that connects farmers directly with their customers in metropolitan areas. We could say that eBazaar is completely mission-based company. At eBazaar, our mission is to provide our partner farmers with digital sales channel and operational support so they can reach thousands of the customers remotely. And our brand purpose is to build interaction, relationships, and value exchange between these two market participants, farmers and consumers. Our business model is two classic two-side marketplaces connecting sellers and buyers with each other. We have three types of the offering for B2C and the B2B consumers. And our revenue stream is transaction based, transaction fee from each transaction. For B2C customers, we offer like regular ordering on the one hand and subscription based boxes on another hand. And we for B2C B2B market, we are aiming hotels and the restaurants, farm products for hotels and restaurants, so they can produce better products for the customers as well. We are targeting big metropolitan areas in countries like Germany and the United Kingdom. But before go there, we launched in the beginning of the 2020 kind of testing project in Georgia, Tbilisi. And we had the opportunity to test our MVP digital product, to test customer acquisition strategy, operation, logistics, etc., etc. Of course, we have market analysis for each targeted country. Total addressable market TAM is country-based numbers here, but the smaller sum, that means serviceable obtainable market, is targeting Berlin metropolitan area. And in terms of the farmers, this is targeting rural areas around Berlin and neighbor cities that are very close to Berlin, like Brandenburg, for example. And we have the same scenario market analysis for UK as well. Total addressable market country-based and serviceable obtainable market, aiming London metropolitan area. Our revenue projections show net revenue projection based on the $20 minimum order size and 30% margin for each transaction. I should probably mention here that targeting these big metropolitan areas, we are going to maintain part of the Georgian team and outsource operations like digital marketing, web development, and support, call center, and graphic designs. As we all know, labor costs in Tbilisi are lesser than in Germany or UK. So that will give us cost cuts in labor costs about 25%. That is very good, actually. Our investment offer is 15% equity share, and we want to raise 3 million for big metropolitan areas. Our team right now has me, Tamar, as I mentioned, with 6 years in marketplaces, Georgi with a really strong background in banking and finances, and Michael, who is serial entrepreneur and angel investor. But I want to mention that we are open to welcome 2 more team members, originally from the targeted countries, so they can help us to adapt very fastly to the local working environment, connections, and customer behavior culture as well. I strongly believe that in world of 2002, where we are talking about blockchain, Web3, and AI, and in so many innovations, farmers really and truly deserve their strong digital presence, and we could be the company that is giving them this strong digital presence. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Tamar. Let me ask you, if we have anyway, any attendees can make questions, so we bring questions to the founders, or we'll be more than happy to do so. Meanwhile, if nobody does, I will. And let me start, Tamar, with this one. How the onboarding process when it comes to farmers, we are not that confident with technology, takes place?
Yeah, in Georgia, we tested farmers onboarding process, and it was very successful with the strategy to hiring as account managers people from the regions. So we hired regional staff. They were going to the farmers, introducing eBazaar to them, and it was quite successful. And not only that, we have the tool on the website that farmer can send us their leads, like their name, phone number, and region where they have their farms, and it's very successful as well. We kind of thought that farmers will not send us digital leads because we thought they are far less digitalized. They are actually, but in terms of lead sending, they are very successful. So it's going very well.
But Georgia is very different from Germany and UK. Are you going to replicate the same model?
It's very different, but in a hard way different, because it's not like we tested market in Germany, for example, but we have, like Michael has, our co-founder has representative style, and he had opportunity to talk to a couple of the farmers. So it's those people are far more digitalized than Georgian farmers, and in terms of the service, they have better understanding of service as well, as we heard, as we know from the German farmers. small amount, but still from the first from the farmers directly. And there are, of course, matters of regulations and other matters, but I'm really happy that we are not alone in this innovation, if you could call this innovation. We have one competitor in Berlin and one in London that are trying to do like directly, like exactly what we do, they seem to have success in terms of the farmer acquisition. So if they could do it, then we can do it. And distinguished thing about us and our now competitors is that, for example, in London there is a website, Direct Farmer, but their tech is very, very old. They still are working, but even our MVP model of the website is far, far more better in terms of the user experience or UI. So we have some good distinguished features, we could say, and I'm pretty sure we can succeed in farmer acquisition strategy by having account managers, but I'm not sure if we will be hiring them from the regions. We could hire them directly from metropolitan areas as well.
Can you explain better the B2C, B2B model? Because sometimes having such a different model in any way, from customer acquisitions to delivery and from payment received, it's very different. How do you match them?
Yeah. First of all, launching Georgia showed us, again, Georgia is kind of less digitalized country. Not every person shops online, even in capital city. So it's a little bit different model of customer behavior, but still, launching Georgia showed us that having only regular B2C orders is not scaling fast enough. So we thought of the subscription-based model for B2C that is far better decision in terms of logistics as well, less costly. And you can absolutely freely add account manager for B2B, make an account manager who is making meetings with restaurants, with chefs, supply managers, and you can acquire restaurants and hotels as your customer very easily, as well as we saw. And mostly they are purchasing once a week. This is the pattern we saw in B2B. So it's kind of acquiring B2C customer, like B2C buyer. You do that with the digital tools, and acquiring hotels and the restaurant, you do it through account manager. So it's kind of easily doable in parallel.
This is my last one. What about the supply chain? They place the order on your platform. Who's going to handle the most complicated stuff, which is supplying goods?
Yeah, we have administrative panel with different operational roles. So when order is placed on the website, this goes back to the operational dashboard, and our team handles the operations. The amount of the products are coming from regions to the sorting place. They are sorted by the customer and then shipped to delivery. And we learned that second-day delivery is kind of costly as well. So a subscription-based model gives you opportunity to ship once a week or twice a week. And as I already mentioned, in terms of the logistic, that far better decision.
So you are going to handle the logistic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tamar. Please stay with us because we
Thank
are
you.
all back later. Thank you very much for coming. I say hello to your co-founder and Mike, if I remember, which I both met in Barcelona.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Barcelona. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now I'm going to introduce Pavilas, and I know it's complicated. I will try. Muntiunas. I hope, Pavilas, I didn't destroy your surname. I'm very sorry if I did. Thank you, Pavilas, for coming and be with us. Please, if you want to give an introduction before going to move and talk about WeSleep, Pavila is CEO and founder of WeSleep. Please, Pavilas.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting to today's event. So yeah, I'm one of the co-founders, one of the founders of WeSleep. So basically, a number of years experience with the Web2 startups, and around 1.5 years ago, I switched to Web3. So fundraised, developed, and launched one DeFi startup, and now tackling this other challenge, which is WeSleep. So basically, yeah. So basically, WeSleep is not only an app with inbuilt gamify elements which rewards users for their sleep time. It basically also incentivizes them to build a healthier and more active lifestyle. Yeah. So why we came across with the idea of WeSleep? Because basically play to earn, move to earn, X to earn areas projects are time consuming. Basically, people need to invest significant amount of time in order to get uncertain value rewards. Then lack of uniqueness. So basically, many of the projects do follow the same pattern and ask to complete the same repetitive actions by the users. And as well as there is actually no actual real benefits to the user itself. So these are the key reasons that we started doing the project. And looking at the markets, it's getting hot. So especially for gamify and mobile gaming, it's getting hot. And data suggests that this year is start of something explosive in a gamify market. Just compare the numbers, such as spending for mobile games, which is 136 billion, if compared to consoles like Xbox, PlayStations, which is only 42 billion. So 3 times less, 3 times more are being spent on mobile games, gamify area. At the core of application, we do have Sleepies. So basically, Sleepies are NFTs built on Solana chain, designed by ranked number 7 NFT artists within NFT community. These are fully tradable assets which do carry certain attributes within themselves, and all those attributes altogether define the actual daily or hourly reward cap per hour slept. Application itself is currently being developed. So basically, we are planning to release our MVP around December 10th, and strongly working on the back end at the moment. So application will basically allow you to buy, sell Sleepies, all these NFTs, level up, breed new ones, basically swap the reward tokens to the stable coins, or basically use them in the B2B2C marketplace to claim some promo deals or our own merchandise. So I mentioned B2B2C. So we believe that this is something that makes us really unique. So basically, we're combining Web3 together, Web3 business approach together with Web2. So basically, sleep to earn, NFTs together with the marketplace, with the e-commerce. So basically, by gathering the data of the users, we are able to identify targets, customer groups, client groups for our partners, and offer promo deals to our users. So basically, such approach allows us to build a sustainable flow of additional revenue, which is then to be reinvested back into the governance or reward token. So as I mentioned, one of the revenue streams is, of course, the B2B2C, which is basically from the Web2 side. But at the same time, we also have the revenue stream from the Web3, from the platform side. So yeah, basically marketplace trading fee, marketplace royalty fee, as well as breeding and minting fee. And once again, about the B2B2C marketplace, we're planning to use the business partner deals. We already have 3 business partners which are able and willing to offer their own deals, as well as our own merchandise, such as blankets, mattresses, and bed sheets. So basically, this is the general idea about the sustainability. Yeah, we do have a number of competitors. This area is growing, especially in Asia. If we look at the Japan, which is probably the largest part of our community in Discord. So yeah, there are competitors, but as I mentioned, our unique points is basically real-life benefits, so daily tasks, real-life benefits, as well as B2B2C marketplace. We do have a dual token system. So basically, WEZ is built on Solana in this governance token, which is fully utility token. It's used for breeding, for buying the Sleepies, for using in the B2B2C marketplace, as well as our reward token, which is built on BNB, ZZZ. It's also fully utility token. So basically, there is no question about securities. It's fully utility ecosystem for the tokens. We're planning to release 1 billion tokens in total, and currently having three main key core stages of the project. So basically seed rounds, private sale, and public sale. So yeah, this is basically the idea that, as I mentioned, we're developing the MVP, releasing the MVP on December 10th. At the same time, we're minting our Genesis collection of 8,000 Sleepies in December 12th or 11th. It's still not clear, but yeah, something around that time, basically at the same time when the MVP is to be released. And the final version of application is scheduled to be released around February next year. Team is highly experienced, so basically all the co-founders were involved in previous crypto, blockchain, or Web3 projects, developing, fundraising, listing, as well as community management. Advisors, basically people that worked for Sweatcoin, that developed Sweatcoin's B2B2C marketplace, people who have multiple exits in e-commerce business, as well as I mentioned, like ranked number 7 overall NFT artist. So these are our partners. So basically, yeah, we do already have some VC investment in our seed rounds. We do have partners for application development, as well as marketing and market making. People are noticing us. Yeah, we're mentioned a number of well-known news channels. So yeah, the word is being spread, and we're currently fundraising the funds required for developments and token support, token listing in central and decentral exchanges. So that's pretty much it about us. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We'd be glad to answer those.
Thank you so much, Povilas. Let me ask you. The first one, what's the connection between building a healthy life and WeSleep using NFT?
Yeah, so basically the issue here is that, everybody understands that, activity, staying active, looking after your own lifestyle habits is highly important, but due to the hectic life, nobody cares. Like, yeah, I understand that it's important, but I'm not doing it. So we're trying to provide a tool, an application assistant, which incentivizes, motivates users to engage with such, actions. So this is the key, moment, because we reward users for engaging, we reward users for building a healthy lifestyle, and yeah, that's pretty much it about the healthy lifestyle.
But how the reward system works?
Yeah, so basically, while you have one NFT, it defines your maximum rewards number per hour slept. So basically, you hold an NFT, you sleep, you get rewards for your time slept, which is from 4 hours to 9 hours, depending on the level of the NFT and the rarity of NFT. At the same time, rewards can be spent in the B2B2C marketplace. So basically, buying diet plans, buying gym memberships, buying sport clothes, wearables, etc. So basically, everything that is connected with the healthy lifestyle habits will be there, and you can use those tokens to claim them.
The more I sleep, the more rewards I get?
It's not the case. So basically, we're not trying to incentivize people to sleep more, but what we're trying to do, we're trying to incentivize people to look after their sleep quality. So basically, we track the data, and the better you sleep, the more rewards you are getting for your sleep time. So that's the main idea, to incentivize and to try to educate people and reward them for successful.
In terms of revenue streams, you have a lot on your plate from marketplace, B2B, B2C. Where do you see, as you will launch very soon, in 2 months, more or less, where do you see most of the income coming, in your opinion? What is your forecast?
Well, at the very beginning, of course, we believe that, the NFT business, the NFT sites, the user base is the key driver for our revenue stream. But at the same time, looking at the market, many projects fail, like external projects fail because they count fully on the token. So that's why we're not trying, that's why we're focusing also at the B2B2C. So at the beginning, NFT and the application, and starting the release, the launch of the application, we will be hardly working and growing the B2B2C marketplace so it could support the reward and governance token.
How are you going to have this round? In equity or tokens? How is it done?
Yeah, so we're legally registered. We do have a legally registered company. We're able, to offer the equity, but the main the core and the basic fundraise within the blockchain world is, of course, tokens. But at the same time, as I mentioned, we're flexible. We're able to offer equity, tokens, soft agreements, or like equity deals. Like, we're fully flexible.
I mean, we always ask very positive questions. We need to be very positive and very hopeful everything go well. But are you scared of this environment today with crypto or related stuff?
Well, builders gonna build. So if we launch during the bear markets, then the next bull market will be ours. So it's not about getting the fast result. From our point of view, we're trying to build a long-term sustainable business. So we're not thinking about like upcoming 6 months and having like exit or closing the business. No, we're looking into like 3 to 5 years at least to have the long-term vision.
Thank you so much for being with us. Please stay because we are all back in a short time.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you so much for coming. Now, Joao, we just spoke yesterday. We are back again. We had a very nice brief talk yesterday. So
Hi, Mike.
Thank you for coming again. Joao Domingos, this time maybe I can handle more because coming from Italy, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese. So founder and CEO of NeftMe. Thank you so much for coming, Joao. Please, if you want to give an introduction more accurate about yourself, and after we move to NeftMe.
Hi everyone, I'm Max. Nice to meet you. Nice guys to be here, of course, talking with you. So this is NeftMe. I come from Web2 environment. I built some companies in Web2, some distribution companies in fashion area. Always obviously looking at fashion and all the social interactions in all these Web2 worlds with a different way to see that world in a different site. And of course, based on that experience, NeftMe idea became naturally. And so we created this new social platform that will basically, in our objective is basically to allow people to earn something from their social media.
Let's talk about NeftMe.
So we created a video to explain better and faster to our community what NeftMe is. Let me play it.
NeftMe is a create-to-earn app where its users can monetize by creating content in NFT format, whether in photo, video, sound, and more. NeftMe allows its users to buy, sell, and invest in each other's NFTs, making them earn Neft tokens that can be swapped for money. How can you start using NeftMe? It's easy. Just download NeftMe app and create your profile. Your profile picture can be your first NFT. You can also import your avatar. Before publishing your NFT, define the percentage you want to reward your community with. And remember, if you give more percentage, you'll probably get more investors. How it works? Navigate through NeftMe world. Follow the creators you like the most and find your favorite NFTs. Who knows if there's any worth investing in? Buy some Neft tokens with your credit card to invest on the NFTs you care about or believe have the most potential in order to earn rewards from them. As an investor or creator, you can claim Neft tokens on a regular basis. Also, when an NFT is sold, its investors will monetize with the sale and continue being investors in perpetuity. In the end, you can swap your Neft tokens for money directly to your bank account. Finally, we developed NeftMe Challenges, a new and fun way to communicate that allows users to challenge each other in exchange for tokens. The concept is super simple. You can propose to your friends 3 types of challenges: surprise me, challenge me, or if you are creative, you can write your own challenge. Once they accept, they will have 24 hours to submit the completed challenge to you. Do you want to try? Download the app to get started today.
So I think the video is very simple and easy to understand. We are already in Alpha 4 testing phase. This is our the main screens that we already developed. As you can see, user can log in with Instagram. With all other social media like TikTok will be possible too. You choose the category you want to see more, of course. All the content will be in an organic API like TikTok. Here you can see the first content creation, the possibility to create an NFT as an image, video, or audio. Here is the percentage that the user will be mainly defined for example, decides which part of the tokens that will reward both investors and creators. So this percentage, as well as the traction of the content, will decide the amount of tokens that both of them will receive. Here you have the main feed with an audio as an NFT, for example, because it's a disruptive thing nowadays. If you have an NFT as an audio, you have to go to OpenSea, for example, where you bought that audio to show it. With NeftMe, that will be possible, like showing an Instagram account, for example. Left side, we have the creator profile, and the right side, the user profile. It will be possible even for users to bring their NFTs inside NeftMe to be able to, for example, allow other people to invest on them. If you, for example, have a Bored Ape Yacht Club that you already have much value on it, but you don't want to sell it, you can, for example, earn a fee inside NeftMe with it. We have different monetization systems for the creators. The investment model is the first one, where people can create content, and based on the traction of the content, of course, bring investors to that content and start to monetize. Both of users will monetize based on that content traction. Soon as someone, for example, that will not create anything but want to receive tokens in a daily basis, can, for example, bid a content and buy that content with all the users already staked on it. So basically, I'm buying an asset that has investors inside it, so I will monetize through this asset. Challenges is the third one, is basically the main net of all these social interactions inside NeftMe, because users, of course, since challenges is such a disruptive and different thing, will challenge, of course, users and their friends for X amount of tokens. User A challenges user B has 24 hours to do the challenge. And after the challenge is made, user B receives the token regarding this challenge. In our roadmap, we are in Alpha 4, Alpha 5 in the end of this month, intending to be beta in the beginning of the next year, as well as launch NeftMe 1.0 and our token. Going to market strategy will be mainly based on the challenges feature, because it's very creative, viral, unique, and of course, an emotional interaction between all the users inside NeftMe. With these three types of challenges: the surprise me, the challenge me, and the right earn challenge that, of course, will push in the creativity of all users. After that, we will have like different teams with different marketing initiatives regarding each theme to go to market in different areas for different types of users. We already have some accelerator programs regarding NeftMe. We won two awards there, the Creators Economy Award and the Ubisoft Community Award. We have more than 1,000 users waiting to test our beta version. We have already integrated with Node Finance for the on and off ramp regarding the token in terms of get the token in our bank account, buying tokens inside NeftMe, and all these types of interactions regarding financials. We received several contacts from other blockchains, not from only Celo, but Algorand, Near, Polygon, even Solana. We will have to decide. For now, we are EVM, but we will have to decide which chain we will choose to integrate with, and of course, to be possibly multi-chain in the future. Regarding financial return strategies, there are two types, the B2B and the B2C, as we all know. The B2C is basically based on the, of course, token valuation and the transaction fees inside NeftMe. All the investment in content and as well as challenges will have fees associated. And even we developed some extra features for paying customers that we already are thinking about. The B2B, in my opinion, is the first and the most important one in the beginning, because since that we are going to market with, of course, influencers and all types of brands that already operate, we will reach them and show them that they can activate and do different things inside NeftMe for a restricted group of people, challenge a different group of people. For example, imagine Levis challenging a small group of people with tokens for them to create some NFTs, dressing up like Levis, for example, and posting the content inside NeftMe. This is our team. We are 7 right now. This is our advisors team. All of them are already talked about regarding going to market, of course, in different zones of the world. For example, we have like the biggest TikToker agency in the world. Link Agency is with us. Ace of Clubs, it's a club in UK that takes care of VIP parties for Drake or even Justin Bieber. We even have a connection with Sports Alliance regarding sports football players like Cristiano Ronaldo. Here, Gerson Farofa from Brazil regarding the activation of Neymar, for example, too. We have already some good connections here to put this in the market very fast and a lot of traction in the beginning. These are their companies. And thank you all for your time. I hope not to be annoying always talking.
Thank you so much, Joao. Let me go back to the go-to-market strategy. How does the challenges work in this? As you say, the most important part is the challenging tools. How do they work? How do we create traction for you?
Basically, this is more a social interactions feature. Since I want NFTMe to be first a social network and then a social network with value, we had to arrange a disruptive way, in this case, of users to interact with each other and earn something from these interactions. We want these interactions to be social and to be like emotional. For example, if a guy is in a club and want to challenge some girl, for example, to drink something, he will be able to do that inside NFTMe, because we will have even a location feature that will allow people to use like the airdrop that nowadays people use. Guys, users will be able to use these like airdrop features to challenge someone around him. So it will be very cool. Trust me. We are now, one of my partners are a club owner, and he's like selling private tables at today. Even he sold private tables at 500k. So 5,000k, $5,000. Sorry. So basically 5,000. Who pays $5,000 for a table from IKEA? It's the guy that, of course, wants some emotional payback on that trade. So this will be mainly a feature for social interactions, in all types of social interactions. To go to jogging, go playing something, it's a challenge. Creativity is the main point here.
Many are trying to somehow, as soon as blockchain and NFTs came to play the game, many are trying to make creators trying to make money. Okay, how do you compete with pretty much crowded, although different environment today?
We don't even talk the NFT word. It's not even, we don't even talk about it inside NFT, because we understand content as content and not as NFTs. For us, the NFTs was the technical part to allow us to give ownership to people and to allow us to trade regarding, of course, the content investment and the content traction. All these things are supported on blockchain, and they are NFTs, but in the end, our users will not know that they are operating in blockchain, and they don't know what an NFT is. And we don't want to sell them this idea, or we don't want them to convince them to use NFTs. They will use we'll use the NFT for the content and to earn something from this environment. And the NFTs, it's not our objective to even talk about it. We will communicate to Web2 people always.
I saw it's very easy to create your NFT. How does the traffic on your application? How do you bring traffic and followers?
Crossing usage between all the social networks. For example, if you create an NFT inside NFTMe or something inside NFTMe, you will be able to share it along in other social media that you have, because you want to bring that users that are your friends to invest in your content, so both of you can earn something. And besides that, we will have a feature that will allow you to bring all your followers from other social networks inside NFTMe. For example, from Instagram, TikTok, BeReal even. So this is our objective, to cross-chain the social footprint of each user.
In terms of revenue stream, where do you see, because as well, you have few revenue streams, where do you see the bulk of the income coming?
The income coming firstly and mainly from transaction fees in terms of the usage of the not only investment, but the transaction fees inside the challenges feature in the beginning, in the second phase of the investment of the content, and in this second phase, as well as in the first, the B2B content. So basically, brands that we will reach, we already did it, and of course, like these challenges a lot, and we'll basically design we'll design special challenges for specific brands that want to activate, not just only in Europe, but all around the world, UK, Brazil, and USA.
So thank you so much, Stay, because now we are all three of you, and unfortunately myself back, and so we can close this session. It's been very nice. If Pavilas and Tamar can come back, I want to close in this way, as we normally do, starting from the last, but absolutely not the least. Joao, how much are you raising, and why investing in yourself, your team, and your company?
I think our investment it has to be an investment in future social interactions and in the future of the way that users use their social networks. Nowadays, we are all looking at our feeds of Instagram and receiving just ego reinforcement. From this point on, we have to think about it as some type of becoming owners of our content and become owners of the value of that content, because nowadays Meta owns all that value. We have to take that back, at least a part of it, and this could be the first step towards that goal.
Thank you so much, Joao. Please stay.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you so much to be with us. Pavilas, why investing?
Yeah. So I believe that we are working on a great concept, which is really attractive, and this extern wave is just starting. And yeah, connecting Web 2 together with Web 3 is the way to go, and the way to go to grow the blockchain community. So bringing people from Web 2, connecting with the wearables, providing brand new approach towards the blockchain usage, and incentivizing people to build healthier lifestyles is pretty good concepts. And so we do have a strong team, strong advisory team as well. And yeah, basically that's pretty much it. You're investing in a team which has a great idea and great traction so far.
We always invest in teams and people. Tamar, please, you are the one who's going to close this session. Why investing in yourself, your team, and your company?
I think we passed already the part of the idea validation, because we received so many feedbacks about our idea, because eBazaar is clearly creating the value for farmers and directing farmers to end customers and customers to farmers, and giving the farmers opportunity to be focused on the farming job and on the product is great value. And investing because we already generated some numbers, we already learned so much about this particular marketplace, and team is absolutely great, experienced, and we are ready to go and conquer big marketplaces. We already generated that much knowledge. It's kind of no one could be scary anymore to invest in eBazaar, because we, as I already mentioned, have knowledge about our marketplace, because we already launched and we have several months of the operations.
Well, Pavilas and Joao, thank you so much for being with us today. I really wish you all the best. I hope we can bring some good investments to your startups and be very, very successful. And thank you all the attendees. We'll see you next week, same time, 5 p.m. UK time. Thank you.
Thank you, Max. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.